What's up, y'all? It's H. Got representing Duck Sheep the show, and I'm so honored, so honored. Anyone who knows me in the art community, I've been trying to interview this young artist for a long time, and I finally get the chance to do this. I'm gonna make it the best I can. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to introduce her, Myla J. Myla J.
Hello everyone, I'm Myla J. I'm a 14-year-old youth artist and right now I'm recording here with the Open Studios.
Okay, so Mala, dope. Thank you for being here with us. All right. So I'm gonna make some conversation. I'm gonna do it off air, but while you're here with us, Mala, you are such an incredible artist, and let's get some history about you. How old are you, and where are you originally from, ma'am?
Okay, so I'm 14 years old.
Project your voice.
And sorry, I'm 14 years old and I am originally born in Sacramento, but I was somewhat and more or less raised in Vallejo.
Vallejo 707 stand up, 707 stand up. So you have been in creating art for a long time. First and foremost, once again, how old are you now, ma'am?
14.
And how long have you been creating art that you remember?
Well, since I could pick up a pencil, been about maybe like 1 years old, basically.
Yeah.
Started off mostly drawing aliens and sort of things like that, and worked my way up to drawing my own characters, and then more onto other people's characters, mine, all sorts of different things, and even animals.
So you are an artist that has you picked up the pencil very young. You start creating very young. What made you want to start creating, or do you have a favorite artist, or what has been your inspiration to creating?
Well, ever since I was like a little kid, ever since I was about 2 years old or so, back when Avengers first came out, I really got into like comic books and certain things like that. So I've always just liked manga, anime, stuff like Pokemon, DC, and I want to draw those things. I want to replicate it because I just found it so cool, you know? And I started just picking up a pencil, practicing over and over again. I started getting really good when I started to try and replicate like the Archie comics book style, and um, I just kept on going with it. And as time went on, I found more art I like and everything. And in fact, my favorite artist is the artist of one of my favorite mangas, which is a 1995 manga called Trigun. So Zushiro Natao is his name.
That's fire. That's fire. So you are influenced from other artists, anime, obviously, but I think, the Vallejo community, we are so proud of you because we've all kind of seen you grow up. Multiple people have, and then first and foremost, let's give a nod to your mom.
Yes, Talent Award.
Can we speak about your mom and her powerfulness? Please give your mom props.
So my mom, ever since I was born, she did not feel like the public school system was suitable for me. And so she didn't want to turn out my imaginativeness and everything like that, so she took me under her wing to basically be homeschooled, essentially. So ever since I was basically born, I've been homeschooled. I learned how to read at the age of 2, and on and on and on. So I give props to her mostly. She's the one that has kept my artistic spirit alive and kept me going in life. So
Um,
I love her.
yes, yes. Nod to your mom, T. But then also, I want to respect your father. Give him a nod too. Would you like to speak on his greatness?
My father has supported me throughout the years and everything. He's always been there for my different events and everything, all my different speeches. You can go to my social media account, you'll see it all. I give props to him because he's just always been there.
All right. Let's keep it going. Thank you. I'm so, like I said, there's been so many people involved in your raising as an artist. Um, I'm not gonna go last names, but I know also Auntie Crystal in the
Yes.
barbershop. She always speaks highly about
Miss
you.
Veronica, who's
Miss
behind the
Veronica
camera.
behind the camera. So you feel like it's been a community try to uphold you and bring you up. Do you feel like okay, obviously you're getting support, but do you feel like artists in general in Vallejo get support, or do you think that that support is this a bigger question? I mean, because what I'm saying is, do you feel like the art community is really respected or get support?
I feel like as of recent, they've been getting some more support than they used to. But when it comes down to Vallejo, I feel like we do need to hone in more on the art because it's such a huge art community in the Bay Area, just period. And Vallejo holds a lot of that, yet they don't really support or let it shine through the way it should. So that's my thoughts on
Yes,
it.
ma'am. This is all about you. Like, I know you've been interviewed. I also know that you got a magazine interview coming up. Want to speak about that real quick?
Earlier this year, I did an interview for the Yam magazine. It's coming out very soon, and it's actually gonna have this artwork right here on the cover.
Yes. Okay. So let's talk about some of your achievements, Myla. So, magazine, articles, newspaper, but you've given speeches. Can you
Yes.
speak about some of those, please?
Ever since I'm about 7 years old, I've been doing speeches at the Frederick Douglass Center, and since then I have gone from there all the way up to speaking at the Moscone Center. I met Kamala Harris. I've spoken at actually a whole bunch of places. I can barely even name them all because it's been so many places. But I've spoken from Vallejo all the way to Sacramento. Even spoke at a military center.
Yes, and you know the fact that you spoke to Kamala Harris. What was that like? Speak about that. What was that like? You spoke to Kamala Harris. What was that like, ma'am?
It's actually very nice, very pleasant. I got starstruck a little bit, but she's a very nice lady.
Yes.
It wasn't like what I was expecting her to be like, but she was very nice. She told me to just keep on going with my dreams. She distinctly told me that if you find something that needs to be fixed, you fix it.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. And right now on the screen, I'm gonna put the picture of Myla and Kamala Harris. It's gonna be all in one scene. It's gonna be dope in the Be Real Trust. It's gonna be dope. All right. Okay. Let me ask you a couple more. Myla, you are inspiration for young and old. What would you tell an older individual, and then what would you tell a youth your age? Or would you tell them the same thing? Like, what would you, as inspiration, like, as artists, we like look at you, like, oh wow, she's doing a thing. What would you say as inspiration?
Well, for older artists, I would say that it's never too late to start. I've met a lot of different older people that feel like it's too late for them to start drawing and everything like that, and no, it isn't. You can draw at any age. Art is not just for one person or one type of person or one age of a person. It just depends on that person, what they want to do. And as for younger people, don't stop drawing because you just keep on bettering yourself as time goes on. There's a point in time where my art didn't look the way it looked.
Facts.
There's a point in time where it looked like chicken scratch, in fact. But I kept on going with it. Got more defined, more detailed, and now I'm up to this point. So just keep on going.
Myla, how can people find you in your art? If they want to find you on the internet, how can people find you on your art? Are you accessible on the internet like that?
I am accessible through Myla Joy, MYLAJOI on Instagram. You can find me under that same name too on Facebook. And you can also look up MylaJsHandmade.com to buy and look at my different products.
And Myla, in the midst of us finishing up this amazing interview, I know you've been interviewed. Hopefully this interview is like better than anyone. The question we all want to know is, what's your favorite ice cream?
Rocky Road.
Let's go, Rocky Road. Ladies and gentlemen, Doug Super Show, Myla J. Thank you, love. You're dope.